Good morning, St. Louis. I got a question for you. How do you take your coffee? With cream, with sugar? Do you like it hot, or would you prefer a cold brew?
Listen, everyone, it doesn't matter how you take your coffee, just as long as you take it with us.
Good morning, St. Louis. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome to today's motivational moment. My name is Veronica Richardson and I am the pastor of Southern Union Missionary Baptist Church in downtown St. Louis. This is a day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. In its entirety, this psalm speaks to the security and confidence one has in God in uncertain and changing times. The anonymous author of this psalm knew of the ups and downs in life, just as we know of the ups and downs in life during a pandemic, during economic injustices, as well as social injustice. Merriam-Webster defines rejoice as to bring joy to. So every morning when we arise to a new day, we should bring joy to that day. It doesn't matter what you're going through, just know that you are going through. There has been insurmountable and overwhelming changes in this past year, but today I would like to challenge you to greet the morning with rejoicing. Good morning, morning, and start your day in a different way. Change your perspective, change your attitude, change your situation. This has been your motivational moment.
Well, we're back, St. Louis. Good morning, St. Louis. So today I have a young woman on the show, and I like to look at her as the P. Diddy of St. Louis.
Definitely.
And I look at her as the P. Diddy of St. Louis because she owns multiple successful enterprises. I look to her, and when I see her, I see the word empowering. Sure. I see Oprah. I see Michelle Obama. I see P. Diddy. I see Jay-Z. I see Beyonce. I see all of this. Yes. And this young woman, Dallas, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful to be here with you ladies today. I appreciate you having me.
Yes, yes, yes. Dallas, tell us a little bit about yourselves and all of your enterprises. But I know we're here to talk about a specific enterprise, but please just tell us a little bit about who you are and all of your enterprises.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. My name is Dallas Holland. I first and foremost am the mother of an 11-year-old boy, Austin. Austin, too, is an entrepreneur. I am owner of Beyond Enterprises. Beyond Enterprises is several of my businesses. I'm referred to as a serial entrepreneur. I own Beyond Care Home Health Services, Beyond Care Adult Daycare Services, Beyond Resources, which is my nonprofit organization. I most notably Beyond Sweet, the ice cream shop, Delmar Loop, been recognized in everywhere, all over the world, Cosmopolitan Magazine, MSNBC News. So Beyond Sweet is one of those businesses that stand out amongst all of them. Beyond Care Property Management, I buy, sell, and lease property. Of course, I am one of the founders of Billionaires Girls Club. We have 35,000 women that follow our group. And my most recent business venture is near and dear to my heart. It's Beyond EDU. So I have an accredited medical training school. So those are my business. I'm a busy woman.
So Dallas, what you've said so far has been absolutely amazing, but you did mention that you were a mom, and Alice and I are both mothers as well, but you manage on a day-to-day basis the Beyond Enterprise conglomerate, okay? Tell us a little bit about what that looks like for you on a daily basis, because it sounds like it's a lot.
It's crazy.
Okay.
You know, I mean, never a dull moment. I'm busy all day, every day. However, at 5 o'clock, we close at 4. At 5 o'clock, I'm at home being a mom. So I close on Fridays. I don't work on Fridays. I just try to do the work-life balance thing so that my kid understands that, you know, family is a huge part of success as well, you know. So, I try to manage it.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Managing self-care, finding boundaries, sticking to those boundaries, all of that is important. Sure. Talk to me a little bit about your latest enterprise.
Sure. Beyond EDU, I birthed that during the pandemic. Again, I own an adult daycare as well as a home health care agency, and I just thought, you know, how could I make that bigger? You know, my ultimate goal is helping people and building people, and also care in the community. So I know that, you know, during the pandemic, the things that never shut down was, of course, healthcare, trucking, things of that nature. So I decided to build a school that would allow other healthcare industries to pull from my school and get these great qualified workers. So my idea was to build the school and push these great workers out into the workforce.
Absolutely. I know you, can I jump right in? I want to ask her another question because workforce, education, that's my wheelhouse. I love it. I appreciate you for that. Tell me a little bit of what your school offers.
Sure, absolutely. It's a CNA, Certified Nurses Assistant School, and it's a certificate school. So we do CNAs, we do phlebotomy, we do MedTech 1, MedTech 2. We will have EKG coming in the fall. We will also have CMT coming in the fall.
So Dallas, if people want to reach out to you, how can they find you?
Sure, I am on Facebook, Dallas Holland. I'm on Instagram, Dallas T. Holland. And of course, Billionaires Girls Club, which is our group on Facebook as well.
Absolutely, I told you, we have all of this amazing, sweet talent right here in our region. Good morning, St. Louis. If you also want to reach out to Dallas, you can do it via our website at good-morning-saint-louis.com.
You heard it right here. Dalla said that you should never quit. I want you to stick with us, and Good Morning St. Louis will be right back.
All the students, in my opinion, are really nice and funny, and they're nice to be around. And the faculty, like all my teachers, I love all my teachers.
We serve a community, and we want to be able to provide quality education that's rooted in Catholic faith for any student that comes through our door.
Good morning, St. Louis. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, I have the special pleasure of introducing you to Miss Tina Grimes. Miss Tina Grimes, thank you so much for coming on the show. Can you please tell us a little bit about who you are and about your amazing business?
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I am so thrilled to be sitting here with you today. My company is Tina Enterprises. And for some people who may be watching, they may say, well, I thought she was Success Academy. Well, I have evolved, and I changed my business name this year because Tina stands for turning intent into action. So I am all about action. Everyone's being intentional, and I'm saying, let's move from good intentions to action. So my business is all about moving people in that direction, moving corporations, moving nonprofit organizations, and moving executives and individuals from where they are to where they want to be.
I love it. Wait, turning intent into action.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Grimes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, sorry,
Now,
Lisa.
honestly, that was going to be my question to you, but you covered that so very well. But I know you've been into public speaking, leadership development for over 25 years, okay? How do you continue to stay motivated? How do you keep going strong?
Wow, I got chills when you asked me that question because I understand purpose. Now, if you all would do with me what I ask people to do all the time, I ask people to just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now you have a pulse and you're still breathing. So it is that important that you tap into purpose because you're still alive for a reason. So that's how I keep going, because I am so crystal clear on my purpose. And my purpose in life is to be a catalyst and a connector in other people's lives. And I've been blessed to know that purpose since I was 23 years old. So,
Oh, gosh.
yes.
Breathe out, breathe in. We still breathing, we still living, we still have purpose. I love it. Can you tell me, how would you help someone who may feel like they don't know their purpose or that they don't have purpose?
yeah, so often I find that people are either on this end of the spectrum where they're like, yes, I know my purpose. Or when I say that, they're on the other end of the spectrum where they start feeling badly and go, I don't really know my purpose. So the first thing that I would say to them is, because you're living and you're breathing, and because you were born, there's purpose for your life. And some of the ways that you can identify or tap into purpose is really just first, I call it, it's the law of the mirror. And in the law of the mirror, John Maxwell talks about law of the mirror a lot, and I'm also certified at the highest level as a Maxwell speaker, coach, and trainer. So the law of the mirror, if you would take an opportunity to do some self-reflection and identify what is it that you are excited about when you finish doing it, and just sit down and write that. At what points are you feeling your best, like you are at your high? Write it down. And then as you look at those things, you identify the theme of your life, or you identify, these are the things that make me feel that way. This is the common thread of what that is. Then you narrow it down. So it may be that you've been talking to this person and you helped them and you felt so good because you helped them. And then later on, you were at the grocery store and you made the cashier feel good when you were talking about her. Well, as you start thinking about those things, the common thread is you talked to someone and you made them feel good. So then you ask yourself, now what does that mean? Well, that means I'm likely a motivator, or I'm likely also a catalyst in other people's lives. So everyone has purpose. It's just sitting with it, blocking out the noise, because you must block out the noise. Because from kids, people start telling you what you should be and what you should do. Trust me, I know. When I stepped out at 23 years old and said, this is what I'm called to do, I've had people from 23 till now going, what? How is it? But when you're crystal clear on purpose, there's nothing else that can compare. A day in the life of purpose can't compare to 50 years in the life of not walking in purpose.
A day in a life of purpose. Wow. So if people wanted to reach you, if they wanted to get your services, if they wanted to tap into their purpose, if they wanted to attend your leadership classes, if they need you, how can they reach you?
Yes, I am always accessible. So for corporations, organizations, individuals, I can be reached at tinawillspeak@gmail.com. My handle on everything is Tina Will Speak.
Okay, wonderful. You can also reach out to Mrs. Tina Grimes at good-morning-ct st-louis.com.
Remember, if you are still breathing, Tina said that you are full of purpose. We want you to stay with us. Good Morning St. Louis has so much more to come.
All the students, in my opinion, are really nice and funny, and they're nice to be around. And the faculty, like all my teachers, I love all my teachers.
We serve a community, and we want to be able to provide quality education that's rooted in Catholic faith for any student that comes through our door.
Good morning, St. Louis. It's truly about our community. And I am so happy to welcome Tracy Verner on the show with All True Credit Union that really truly believes in the investment in our community. Tracy, welcome to the show.
Dr. Prince, it's a pleasure to be here. So honored to be here with you all. This is so exciting.
Yes.
I love this energy.
Well, we love that you are here. Tell us about All True Credit Union for people in the community that don't know about All True Credit Union. Talk to us about it and their mission to help our community.
Absolutely. As a community development manager, I oversee those programs that surrounds our community and holistically serve folks who may not have access to a financial institution. And we recognized early on through some partnerships, and I just got to say too, I was inspired by the young woman that came up before. That guest was amazing, talking about purpose. Listen, and I listened to her and I felt like, yeah, she's absolutely right, because that's why I do what I do. From our CEO all the way down to me, boots on the ground, we have our purpose invested in our community. So holistic ways that we can truly serve our community. And I feel like another reason that I love All True and what we stand for and how we are built is that we are people helping people. You know, in the activism community, we say, show me what community looks like. This is what community looks like. And as a credit union, we're just a little bit different. We do things a little bit differently than the normal financial institutions, than the for-profit banks. So, you know, steeping in the community and serving well outside of the borders of the credit union, that's what we do.
Tracy, I love what All True does, especially as it relates to serving the underserved community. Let me ask you a little bit about this, though, in terms of our youth. Okay, what do you all do to help provide services for our young people who don't know much about banking and credit, but they absolutely need to?
You're so right. I mean, you know, we get like one class maybe when we're in high school, and we kind of learn how to balance a checkbook, and it's not very engaging. But what we do is we meet our youth when they're working. They are getting their first job. They are getting their first paycheck. And we say, you know what? Okay, so now we need to talk. We need to make it real and tangible. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot different from that class that you were falling asleep in, you know, in high school. We are saying you have a paycheck now. What are your dreams? And we talk big picture. What are your dreams? And how do you make goals financially to meet those dreams. Let's talk about saving. Let's talk about what are you saving for and how are you going to meet those goals, and help them feel really successful and make the most of that paycheck. Yeah.
I love it. We talk about direct deposit. And while you are doing some direct deposit, when you open this checking account, we're going to open you a savings account too, because saving is crucial. We are trying to stop the generational curse. And that's what I love about you. So if people want to bank with All True, find All True, how can they reach All True Credit Union?
That's right. Well, we are at thebetterwaytobank.org. It's very easy to find us on the web, All True Credit Union. If you guys want to contact me as well, I'm T. Verner at alltrue, no E, .org.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Tracy Verner, she is in our community. Tracy Verner understands the St. Louis community, our region, the needs. All True Credit Union is a part of this region, and I celebrate them. If you also want to reach out to Tracy Verner or All True Credit Union, you can find them on our website at good-morning-saint-louis.com.
Good Morning St. Louis. We'll be right back.
The best of the best come to Good Morning St. Louis. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, so I'm a fan of our next guest.
Definitely.
And he is a man of many facets. He's an artist, or he loves art. He loves container houses, helps to inspire, build, and get behind districts like our Cortex district here in St. Louis, but Cortex is all over the world. So right now, what I would like to do is welcome, I'm president of his fan club.
Oh my.
Travis, to the show. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Did you know that I was president of your fan club?
I didn't. That explains the weird mail I've been getting. All right.
So Travis, you are into so much. I know you love art.
Yeah.
So my first question to you is, can you talk about art and how it makes you feel? And
Yeah,
talk to me about art.
Look, I'm really known for being involved in the innovation community, right? Like, that's what I do. But if you think about the original innovators, they're the artists, right? An innovator comes with an idea that they want to take forward. What does an artist do? They have a concept. They toil either on the stage or on a canvas or on the written word, and they are nervous about putting that out in front of people. But an entrepreneur has to put something out in front of people as well. So I like artists and art because it inspires me, and they take risks, and they bear their soul through this weird medium of art. Yeah, it just makes me feel good. And artists are fun to have at parties.
Artists, they are. I know you have a question, but I have a follow-up question to this. I told you I'm the president of his fan club, so I get a little bit more questions than you. So what would you say to a young artist, a budding artist? Give me some advice. How would you push them to continue to be authentically who they are through their art?
Yeah, so this is going to sound like a really weird answer, but I see so many artists that are thinking about art from a conceptual standpoint. But if they want to make a living, they have to think about art as a business, right? They have to think about who they're producing for, unless they don't want to do it as a living, which is fine. Like, I like people that want to do art just for art's sake. But if a young person says, I want to be a thriving artist and make a living off of this, they have to figure out their business model. They have to figure out they can't just say, I'm going to have a show and my first piece is $5,000. Like, we have to enter the market slowly. So I just tell young artists, like, think about the business side. It's not selling your soul to have a business model that works for your art. It's actually giving you more resources so you can produce more art.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really amazing. So Travis, I know you're into community development, okay? Yeah. And container houses are a big thing right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How? Like, where did it come from? Where did the concept come from? Yeah. And why are you so excited about it?
So, I mean, the concept's been around for a while.
Okay.
I mean, mostly in the desert or mountain communities and that type of thing. My wife and I live in North St. Louis, old North St. Louis, and we've always wanted to build. And I grew up playing with Legos. Like, it's really that easy. I like blocks. I like stacking them together. And, you know, we can't rebuild with brick because brick is so expensive. So I wanted to think about what else is authentic to St. Louis. We are a shipping city, right? Like, literally, those containers came from the Mississippi. Like, they came right over. And so, like, how can I still honor the last 200 years, but also build a house that looks like it's built for the next 200 years? And that was our creative brief, our design brief, when I was thinking about what this was going to look like.
If you want to be a part of his fan club or just want to follow him, you know, art, container, cortex, he is a man of all things. He is every man, you know, a man of all things. Travis, how can we reach you on social media?
So the easiest way is, and I've done this for a long time, I'm at Travis Sheridan. And Twitter and, you know, Instagram, LinkedIn, those are the easiest ways, not on Facebook, but at Travis Sheridan. I say things that are funny, I say things that are provocative, I say things that are nonsense, and I love to interact with people.
Absolutely. I follow him on Twitter. I am president of his fan club. I'm very proud of that. I'm going to get me a shirt made.
Okay.
And I'm going to create my own shirt. I'm going to, the artist, business aspect that he just talked to us about.
Figure out how you're going to sell those shirts.
I'm gonna think about my business model. But if you also want to reach out to Travis, you can do it on our platform at good-morning-saint-louis.com.
We thank you so much for sticking with us. Good Morning St. Louis has so much more to come.
Today was so amazing. We talked about artistry. We talked about container houses. We talked about the cortex difference. We learned about our purpose. We talked about enterprises. It was amazing today, St. Louis.
I agree. We've had an absolutely amazing show so far, and we want to thank each one of our guests for being with us today. So a special thank you to Dallas, to Tracy, to Travis, and to Tina.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today here at Good Morning St. Louis. We are here each and every Saturday. Remember, we don't care how you have your Saturday morning coffee, as long as you have it with us.
This has been Good Morning St. Louis.